Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning into Banis Mortgage today. We're actually going to talk a little bit about an occurrence that happened back in 2004 that I don't think a lot of people in Buffalo are aware of, but here's a little story for you. In 2004, I was talking to a friend of mine, Jerry, and I was asking him about the Erie County Historical Society. I had read that they had fallen on hard times and they were running short of funding. So he told me that Bill was in tough shape and I better give him a call. So I called Bill, I talked to him, he confirmed the fact that they were in bad shape in terms of financially. So I asked Bill if he wouldn't mind if I came over and went into his warehouse and took a look at some of the items that he had. I said, I'm sure, Bill, that we could find something here that could be saleable. So he invited me over, I went over and I spent a couple hours over there. Initially, when I was looking around, I looked at a lot of the paintings they have over there. And there was a painting that struck out to me. It was just an incredible painting. It is called The Trial of Red Jacket. It's a very large painting, maybe 7 feet tall and maybe 12 feet wide. And it's a beautiful painting of the Trial of Red Jacket. I mentioned that to Bill. I said, Bill, this is worth a lot of money. And he said, yes, it is, Paul, but I'm not parting with it. This doesn't go anywhere. He actually told me there was an offer for $1 million for someone to just borrow it for a certain period of time and then donate it back. But he rejected that. Next thing we looked at was a necklace. The necklace was was a necklace from George Washington that he gave to Red Jacket. The necklace is actually here in Buffalo, and it's actually in the painting. Worth a lot of money. Bill didn't want to part with it. As we're looking around, I see a bunch of other things, and I happen to see the gun that shot McKinley. What about this? No, that's not going either. So this really wasn't going too far. But I never forgot about the painting. So at about this time, I was an investor with the original Greater Buffalo Savings Bank. We were opening up a new branch at Main and Fillmore. And I told Andy Dorn, who became my very good friend, I said, Andy, I want to bring this painting over for our grand opening at Main and Fillmore. We took a look at the painting. He loved it. We were all set. Problem was, the insurance company wanted almost $9,000 to insure the move for a 2-week stay. So that deal kind of died. So I'm talking to Andy and I'm telling him about the problem I'm having trying to raise some money for the Erie County Historical Society. He said, Paul, I hear they have a coin collection over there. And that tweaked my ears because I am a bit of a coin collector, an old-time stamp collector. And I said, do you know anything about it, Andy? And he goes, no, but call Bill. So I called Bill. Bill, I hear you have a coin collection over there. And he said, yes, we do. I said, what do you know about it? He says, absolutely nothing. It's been sitting here since 1940. And I said, well, how did you come by the collection? He said, well, it was owned by a fellow by the name of Lawrence Gardner, who was the vice president of the Pierce Arrow Motor Company. I said, oh, that's very interesting. I said, when did he donate it to it? Upon his death in 1940. So now my brain starts to work and I'm thinking, wow, 1940, donate the collection. That means he was collecting in the early 1900s. So I said, Bill, do me a favor. I'm going to bring a couple friends of mine over and we want to take a look at this coin collection. So we arranged a time about 10 days in the future to go over there. So I come over there with my 2 friends, John Teach and Dave Caesar, who are coin guys and stamp guys with me. And we're sitting in the warehouse, in the coffee room. Well, the custodian brings in on a little rack about 7 coin books. They're about this high. And I'm looking at the top book and it says half dollars, 1794 to 1814. All of a sudden my heart starts to palpitate. I said, this is serious stuff. This is serious stuff. So very delicately, I pick the book up off the rack and I put it on the plate and I open it and I see an extra fine 1793 half dollar. I looked at Bill and I said, Bill, your problems are over. This coin's worth about $50,000. Bill looked at me like this. He was shocked. And then we passed the books around and determined that it was a very, very valuable collection. Well, initially we contacted Richard Nachbar in Buffalo and he gave us a lot of good ideas on what to do. But ultimately, it was auctioned off at a place in New York City called Stack's Auction House. Well, after the auction, Bill called me and he wanted to give me this book. So this is actually the book that was made for the auction of all the coins. The realized price by the Erie County Historical Society after all fees and commissions was just under $2.5 million. So this was a great occurrence. It helped the Erie County Historical Society dramatically. And I kind of look at it as one of my good deeds for Buffalo. And yes, I'm a huge Buffalo booster. And this is a little story about Buffalo. Thank you for tuning in today and have a great day. As a little footnote to my talk about the collection of coins, when I mentioned the 1793 half dollar, it was actually a 1797. Just wanted to clarify that and got the book right here. Thank you very much.